What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Famous Philly podcast. It's NBA playoffs. Did you guys see the game last night?
Which one?
Lakers,
And
Yes.
Warriors.
okay.
What? Dude, that was
No,
actually
I
crazy.
thought you're- I thought-
Yeah.
No, I thought you were one of those people who were just like, oh, you see the game last night, but didn't know what team.
No, I was watching it.
Okay.
40 points, crazy, bro.
Dude, I can't believe they won by 30. That
By
is
30, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's an insane win. Next game's again in
Absolutely.
Lakers, right? It's a
What's
home
up?
game for Lakers again next week, right? The
Yeah.
next game.
Yeah. No, but like, bro,
Ooh.
it's odd game Anthony Davis, bro. Odd
I
game
know,
Anthony
man.
Davis. This
I
guy.
don't know. It's so annoying, man. I really
It
want the
pisses me
Lakers to
off.
win, but I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think you can count out the Warriors here. Even if they go 3-1 up, honestly, you can't count them out.
No, you know what was crazy? I just thought it was crazy that like the Lakers would in the beginning of the game, the Lakers would be up by like 11, and then within two possessions, because the Warriors would just hit threes and they'd be up by like two.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like
Yeah.
that's the danger of the Warriors. Like within like a minute, they'd be like insane.
They're so fast paced.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can come back in an instant.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's
Yeah.
2-1 as we're recording this, but
Yeah.
I think the Lakers will take this.
You
Really?
think Lakers are going to take it?
Six.
In
I don't
six?
know. I have a bad feeling about it. I think Warriors are gonna end up winning. I want the Lakers, but I don't know.
I think it
have
could
bad
hit a
feeling
quick
about it.
switch and it could just be Lakers the whole way through. I mean,
Mhm.
sorry, Warriors the whole way through.
Warriors the whole way through.
Yeah. I think it could be possible. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you guys think
I
of
think-
Jordan Poole, man?
Hey man, if there's a baddie in the crowd, he goes
Yeah,
off.
man.
If there isn't, he doesn't. It's that simple.
LeBron last night, too. He just like kept running. There was a. He went
Oh,
for
dude, he jumped over 3 rows.
He
bro.
jumped
Yeah.
over a row, ran straight into. He didn't even stop. Like he just kept running.
Yeah.
Like he was on a jog. He just kept going.
Do you guys ever see the video of like there's a compilation of a bunch of players like diving onto fans in the stands to like grab the ball and bring it back in bounds,
Yeah.
and then they all like land on the people, and then there's one of Shaq doing it, and every person
Everyone just
stands up and
leaves.
it
Yeah,
parts the
everyone
sea
just
like Moses,
runs.
like everyone just runs away.
Hard
Yeah.
to see like most.
It's
Yeah.
actually insane. I mean, it makes sense why everyone's running, but
Yeah,
I was you know what
would
I was
run.
supposed to I was surprised that the Suns took game 3 from the Nuggets.
That's the only team I don't want to win. Anyone but the
Suns?
Suns, I'm happy
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Anyone
same.
but the Suns. Anyone but
I don't
the
like
Suns.
I don't like KD. I'm sorry.
The thing is, I don't even have like I just don't like how he's become, man. I used to think Katie was cool, but like I don't know, man. He keeps going to these like insanely dominant
Yeah.
teams. I don't like the deal the
Yeah.
Suns made. Like,
Yeah.
didn't he
I
say
think-
last year like he was gonna stay with the
In
city?
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
No,
He's
that was
he's like-
Kyrie. That was Kyrie.
Oh, that's Kyrie. That's Kyrie. That's
and he
Yeah.
also did it. He also
He
did.
did-
it.
he did not
also
either.
did. He also did.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
that
think-
was smart for him.
I don't understand why people are like, oh, like it's not KD's fault that they're losing. Bro's not playing well this series.
Yeah.
Like he really is not. He's missing wide open threes, missing
Yeah.
wide open mid ranges. Like he's not playing good, and people are putting it on Monty Williams for not playing the bench when their bench is not that deep. You know.
Yeah,
So, I think it really starts with him.
yeah. I think I have the Nuggets winning that one. I think they'll go to Game 6. It'll be 4-2, and Nuggets will win it.
What? I think it'll be
Yeah.
in 5. It's over. in
5. You think that they're just winning out the next two?
Yeah, easy, dude. They'll win one on the road, and then they'll win at
Mhm.
home. It's over.
All right, we'll see.
So, and then I think the Celtics, Sixers, that's a wrap. I'm sorry,
That's done.
but
That's
that's
done.
a wrap.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I don't know. Embiid came back, but Harden
Yeah.
dropped 45 and dipped.
MVP,
He's like,
man.
I mean,
Yeah.
the interesting thing is right now everyone's record is 2-1. So I mean,
It's actually
everyone's
crazy.
technically- Everyone's
Everything's so-
technically
But
in the
like
same
no,
place.
but like
Yeah.
no, but like it's 2-1, but it's different 2-1s across the board.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fair.
the Nuggets series, the Celtics series, like those are wraps. The Warriors
Yeah,
series is tight. What's the other one? What's the last one?
Knicks Heat.
Knicks.
The-
Yeah.
That's
That's done.
tight.
That's done.
No,
that's
that's tight.
done,
That's
bro.
tight.
That's done. That's done.
tight. That's
That's
tight,
done.
bro. I'm not trying to be
Bro.
like I'm not trying to be like Rishi and the Patriots,
Timothy
but
Butler's
like
back, man, now, and now it's done. They had their chance. They had to go 2-0 up if they wanted to win this because they had to play and win when Jimmy Butler was hurt. They didn't do it, and now they're done.
Jimmy
not
Butler
gonna
was
win.
hurt at the end of game 1. He wasn't hurt at the beginning of game 1.
They needed to take advantage of that, though.
They did.
didn't
They
win
won
that.
game 2.
Yeah, they didn't win game 1, though. They
Because
had to win game 1.
They were down by 8 with a minute left when he like broke his
Was it
ankle
that
or
late
whatever.
into the game?
It was super late into the game. It was like
Oh,
2
okay.
minutes left.
Then
Yeah.
they're just doomed. They were doomed for the start then, man. Like, bro,
Bro.
like they lost by what, like almost 20 points? Like,
Yeah. No, I still
come on.
believe in
Like
them.
you
I
can't
still
call
believe
that
in them.
tight, man. I of course
Still
want the
believe in
Knicks to win, but they're not going to.
I think they will.
I
You
can
got
see
it.
the Heat winning out here, and it goes to 5.
5? Nah,
I
it's
think
at
so.
least 6. At least 6,
I
bro.
think so.
At
I
least
think
6.
so.
Bro, these games, some of these games are so depressing. I just want to like watch some TV, watch a movie here and there, you know, maybe a Disney Pixar movie. Ari,
Oh,
what do you think of that?
damn. Pixar movies, man.
I don't know,
We
bro.
we all love Pixar movies, man. That's what we grew up with, you know. What's better than a good Pixar movie? So today we are going to be deciding the best Pixar movie. And
Yes,
what
sir.
better way to determine the best Pixar movie than with a Pixar movie bracket?
It's
All right,
May
the top-
Madness, guys.
the
It's
top-
May Madness.
May Madness. May Madness is here, man. The
May
top
Madness.
16 teams right here. And we're going to duke them out, man, one by one.
Guys, I
Let's
hate
get
to break
going.
it to you,
First up-
but I already know what the answer is going to be. I'm just saying. I'm not
I
going to say
already
it
know
right
your
now.
pick.
I do too.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
mean-
I feel like it will win, but we'll just have to see
We'll
here,
have
man.
to see. We will
Starting
have
off
to see.
strong in the Western Conference, man. Ratatouille versus The Incredibles.
Oh, easy pick.
That's
easy pick for me.
Easy. Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah,
Ratatouille.
easy, right? Oh,
Wow.
we're not starting
You would
this,
like The
bro.
Incredibles. You would like The Incredibles.
I would.
Yeah,
I
because they're always
would.
You would.
climbing stuff, and they're like always doing.
They're
some-
literally rats that climb.
I'm gonna
literally
be
every
honest.
sewer.
I think I've only watched The Incredibles once.
Yeah,
Ratatouille, I've
same.
watched so many
Ratatouille
times.
is so much more
Okay,
memorable.
I'm not gonna.
bro.
Okay, let me start off by this. Each one of these movies, each one of these 16 movies, is a pristine work of art.
Exactly.
That should be at the top of most movie lists. However,
There
I
are
still
actually
think
32
Incredibles
movies, but
There's 16.
16.
oh, never mind. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, come on, Prem. Anyways, I think Incredibles for me takes it, but if it's a 2-1 on Ratatouille,
Yeah, we gotta
We'll
go
put
with
Ratatouille
majority,
through.
Yeah,
man.
go with Ratatouille, bro.
Yeah, there's too many iconic moments, man.
mm.
All right, next
Wow.
up, Coco
I'm not-
versus what's
Oh,
Oh,
actually-
this one?
Luca,
What's this
Luca,
one?
Luca.
Coco for sure. I've watched
Look
Coco
at
3
these
times.
nuts.
Okay, well,
What the? All right, bro.
dude,
No, I think we
Luca-
gotta go Coco, man.
I
Coco.
think
never seen
Luca's a
Luca.
great movie, and I will say
Have
I
you watched
watched it. Yeah, I watched it with my cousin when I was in Virginia, and it has like a lot of nostalgia for me because of that.
Mm.
But even though it's relatively
Coco.
new, but Coco's
Bro,
just,
I almost,
Coco's a classic.
I almost shed a tear watching Coco.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Coco's a
saying. Coco's
classic.
good, man. What other
And the
movie can
twist-
you watch in
the
eighth grade
twist-
Spanish class like every
Yeah,
other week?
yeah.
You know? Like every middle school Spanish
Bro,
class,
bro.
they threw on Coco. You know?
Not even middle school, bro. High school. I watched that
High
in 10th
school
and
too.
11th grade, bro. 10th
Bro,
and 11th
what?
grade. I watched
Dude,
that.
the amount, I think every year we watched Coco in middle
Yeah.
school Spanish. Like, I think just for that alone, you gotta advance it, man.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Dude, a lot of Pixar movies, by the way, do a great job of
Bro.
like meshing kids with actual
With the
adult
adults.
themes.
Yeah.
You know?
No, for
Bro,
sure.
Because
Why
there's
are
so
these-
much. There's so much.
Why
to
are
do,
these
man.
two in the first round, bro? That's a crime.
This is
bro.
tough.
This is
For
way
me,
too tough.
For me, this is easy.
It's
I'm
for
going
me, it's
Finding
easy.
Nemo. I'm going.
Wow.
I'm going Nemo
Wall-E.
as well.
I'm
I'm going
going
Nemo
Wall-E.
for one reason. I'm going Nemo for one reason. Even though, just me personally, Nemo. Even though both of them were like really appealing when we were children, Nemo was a lot more appealing, and it was a lot more like to me like relatable. Because I always
Yeah,
got
but-
lost.
Yeah,
in
because
the
the
mall.
last
If I were to
time it was
watch
like
it
when
now-
you got lost and like had to be rescued. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. You know?
I know the grocery store aisles are scary as hell. Just like Nemo.
Exactly.
But
Dude, in the
but,
mall, the
dude,
malls
that's
are
what
way
I'm
too
saying,
big.
Wally's just dude. There's something about Wally.
Wally's
which
out
I
here
love.
preaching about that. That's like an early work of eco horror right there, man. I'm just
No,
saying.
but
Yeah,
dude,
low-key
Wally's
it
such a
is.
yeah,
it's such a well built out movie
it is.
with a good twist. Like I don't see that in Finding Nemo. I don't see
and
that
think
like
about minimal, and they're able to do that with minimal dialogue.
minimal
like,
dialogue,
yeah.
minimal characters.
No, but no, I agree with that. But the thing is like when we're children, we don't give a fuck about any of that. We care
No, but
about
that's
who's
not- that's
more
not-
fun
that's
than
not all
others.
of it. It's about overall.
when we're
It's about
children. It's
overall.
overall. And I think
And
Wally's
I will say
objectively
Wally has a
better
much
movie.
Wally has a much better message, but
It
I've
does.
to me Nemo's more iconic. I've watched it way
Yeah,
I've watched it
It's
way
a lot
more,
more
way more
iconic.
recently.
and
Wally,
and
I barely
and
even
Disney-
remember the
no,
full
but Disney-
because I only
Disney-
watched it like half asleep at my cousin's house like 5 times.
yeah. No, but
And that was
Disney.
it.
I feel like Disney is more associated with Nemo than it is with Wally. Even though they're both really well
Mhm.
associated with Disney. When you think of Disney, you think of Nemo before you think of Wally.
I was much
I
more
don't
obsessed
know.
with Nemo growing up. You know,
I feel as though if for me personally, I think both of them are like quite equal. But for me, I would take Wally if
Wally.
if the overall leans into Nemo, we have to go Nemo.
I'm
Yeah.
going Nemo. Prem, are you
Nemo as well.
iffy or Nemo?
All right. So I think
Nemo?
Nemo goes through. Nemo goes
Nemo
through.
goes through. That's a tough matchup off the bat.
Yeah.
Another. This is a pretty easy one, in my
This is
opinion.
easy. This is light.
I'm going up.
I'm going up.
Up, 100%.
Dude,
There's
Bro,
not even
Cars
discussion.
2 was so bad.
It was
Cars
not
2
as
was
good.
So bad.
It was pretty
Objectively
bad.
bad.
So
bad.
Objectively.
So bad. God.
Yeah.
I can't
it
believe
was
that
not
trash.
good.
Dude, I watched it at Gorov's birthday. Like years ago. That was his birthday party. It was
What?
Cars
Bro,
themed.
what? Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so cool.
And I hated it.
That's
I
so.
hated it.
What was Gorov dressed up as Lightning McQueen or some shit?
No,
I went as
he was
Lightning
just
McQueen one year
Gorov,
for
bro.
Halloween.
Just
I was
Gorov.
Lightning McQueen.
Just Gorov.
Just Gorov.
No, yeah.
No, I remember in preschool I was walking around as Lightning McQueen, man. Had like a giant car. I was walking around.
Damn. I think up's,
Nah, that-
up's lit.
that's an easy
Up's
up.
lit.
Dude,
Yeah.
Up is
Up.
iconic, man. Even my dad loved Up. We would sit there laughing at just Russell shoving his foot in the door, keep
Here's the
repeating the same thing.
Here's the
My
thing about
name
Up.
is Russell, and I'm a wilderness explorer, Scout 53. Like,
I know Nish was definitely
Oh,
relatable to
yeah,
that.
I was just about to say,
100%.
I love Up 1 for the fact that like you have, a scout. He's me.
Yeah.
He's me.
He's you,
But
bro.
at the
You're
same
Russell.
time, dude, Up is such a sad movie and it like
It
still
is.
brings happiness to you. Because
Yeah.
literally it starts with someone dying. It starts with Ellie's death and it still somehow is able to have a ton of happiness, a ton of like great feels. It's like a perfect mix of
and
just
the
like
music, the score
and the
for it is
oh my
amazing.
God.
Oh my god.
it's a lot of Pixar movies instrumentals are on like my instrumental playlist.
Yeah.
But Up, I have multiple songs on there from Up.
Up is amazing.
Up is a
music, man.
really good movie.
All right,
Yeah.
next bracket.
Oh, we're coming back around now. Ratatouille versus Coco. I think that's easy. Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was a weak bracket, low
Ratatouille.
key. The top quarter is
Mm.
kind of weak.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the whole Eastern Conference left. We got
I know.
some big ones
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, the Eastern
All right,
Conference is
Ratatouille
loaded,
it
man.
is. Ratatouille it is.
Ratatouille.
This is hard as hell. This should have been a final round, low key, or a semi-final round.
Up. It's up. It's up. I have to say.
I
Up.
don't. I think it's Finding Nemo, bro.
No, dude, Up. It's
Actually, I don't
such
know,
a good
bro.
movie.
No, but
Like-
Nish, you're kind of biased though, bro.
No, okay, forget about
That's
the
not
Wilderness
biased,
Explorer thing. That
like-
wasn't even the first thing I thought about until you said it. I didn't think about it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have to agree. I think it's Up. Up
Dude,
has so
Nemo-
much better themes. Like when I think Pixar, I
guess.
think of like the overarching stuff. Nemo doesn't have it nearly as much as Up. I agree.
Nemo
is
doesn't
more
have the same
iconic.
theme. And I want to say another thing. Nemo might be a great like nostalgic movie, but Up is like
Yeah,
It's-
Up has
it's-
actual life lessons that you
Life
can take
lessons,
away
it's-
from it. Yeah,
it's
that makes
timeless.
sense.
It's
Yeah, that's
timeless.
true.
I think
You-
Up has aged a lot better. Even though Nemo is
agree.
infinitely more iconic to us, I've watched it way more times. Up is just it's funny, it's important, it's impactful.
It's
I
everything.
think it's got to be Up.
I will literally
Wait, did
cry
I
in the
just
first
lose
few minutes of Up.
connection? I just lose connection.
No, I think you're good.
Okay. All right, we're good. All right, so Up
Alright,
it
cool.
is,
Up it
I
is.
think it's
Presenting-
got to be Up.
It
I think
has
it's
to
got to
be.
be Up.
and then Up and I think Up is Up.
It's up. It's
for
up.
sure.
That's
It's Up.
tough,
Dude,
man.
Finding
that's
Nemo,
tough.
dude, Finding Nemo is better than Ratatouille, and so Up has to
I don't
de
know
facto.
about that.
I don't know.
I don't know
I-
about that.
Dude, Ratatouille is a good movie. Now, like looking back at
Ratatouille is
it,
but-
amazing.
I'm gonna say Up though.
That's easily for me Up. It's
It
easily
has to be
for me.
Up. You know what's terrible though about this bracket? I genuinely believe good 3 or 4 movies in the Eastern Conference would have swept if they were put in
Yeah.
the Western Conference.
What?
That's why we can't have.
Yeah.
I do agree. But we can't have easy matchups all throughout the West.
Yeah, that's fair.
These were still pretty tough.
I still think
Okay.
Up is objectively just a.
I think Up
I
wins this.
agree.
I think Up wins this in 7.
Oh yeah,
I think Up
that's,
was-
that's
yeah,
a good
in
pick.
7.
Up,
I think
up,
Up in
in
7.
7. Up in 7.
Up in 7. Up in
Up in
7.
7.
7
7 up,
up.
man. 7 up.
7 up.
7
Thumbs
up.
Ooh, okay, this is
Ooh.
very interesting.
Yo, fun fact,
I
I
need-
watched
yeah.
I watched Monsters Inc. for my 10th birthday.
Damn.
Yeah.
You were
Now
not
is that
10
your
when this
pick?
came out.
Or whenever it fucking came out.
I
My
think this
12th
came out
birthday.
before we were born. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I don't think it was
no,
before we were
oh
born.
no, Monsters University. I watched Monsters
Oh yeah,
University.
Monsters
yeah.
University, maybe that makes sense.
I gotta get your opinions on this. I bring this up a lot, and people shit on me for this. Monsters University is better than Monsters Inc.
I
think so,
agree.
too.
I agree.
I agree
Monsters
with that.
University is
I
better
agree
than
with that
Monsters
so
Inc.
Here,
much.
let me say something. Monsters University would not be the same without Monsters Inc. But because Monsters Inc. walked, Monsters University could run.
Exactly.
It was
Oh,
an insane
bars.
movie.
Damn,
Monsters
damn,
U was
dude.
amazing, even
Yeah,
as a
spewing the
standalone
Bible.
movie. Even as a standalone, I
Even
take
as a
Monsters
standalone.
University.
I remember when Mike Wazowski got betrayed. That was
Yeah.
so
Crazy,
sad,
dude.
bro. That
And
was
being
so
in
sad.
college now, it's just
Yeah.
like the
exactly.
frat culture, and like
Yeah.
whatever. You just like
Exactly.
you see all this happening in college, and you see all this in Monsters. It's the same.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
matter
agree.
if they're
I think-
monsters or humans. It's the same.
Exactly.
think we got
I think
Monsters
Monsters U has
University.
done a much better job of relating to people than Monsters
Yeah,
Inc. ever did.
agree. I
Okay.
agree.
What's
I
the
agree.
next bracket? Toy
This is a tough one.
Story?
Toy
Oh,
Story
Toy
2
Story.
or Cars 3?
No, Cars 3.
Toy Story
Cars 3.
2 or Cars 3?
Wait,
Cars
what
3.
happened in Cars 3? I forgot what happened in Cars
Jackson
3.
You might
Storm.
not have watched it. Cars
Yeah.
3 is the
not
one
Okay,
where
I'll give you a quick recap. I'll give you
Yeah,
a quick
yeah, go
recap.
ahead.
Lightning's racing. Jackson Storm, new fast racer, is racing him. Lightning gets severely injured, and he has to go through this whole rehabilitation process. And during that time, he meets. You see the yellow car on the poster.
Yeah.
He meets her, and
What happened to Sally?
I think
Sally's
Sally's
still there,
in the
Sally's
movie.
still
Sally's still in the
there, Sally's
movie.
still
Yeah. But basically, at the end of the movie, he's racing, and he realizes he can't win against Jackson Storm, so he lets the other car take over, and he becomes like Doc. At the end of the movie, the last scene
And
is
Doc's
him.
dead.
Doc
Doc's dead in
dies.
this
Yeah, Doc
movie.
dies by this movie. At the beginning of the
Yeah,
movie,
it's
Doc's
really
already dead.
sad.
It's really sad. Yeah.
Bro,
But-
Cars 3 it is,
That's
bro.
why I think it's Cars 3. Like,
The
I remember like
last-
Toy Story
yeah.
2 is the Toy Story that got me into Toy Story. I watched 2
Nah,
first.
what?
Well,
And
No,
I
yeah,
watched
Toy Story
Toy
1 was
Story
before
one.
my time. Toy Story 1 was simply
Toy
before
Story
my
1
time.
was for all of our times. You know,
Yeah.
Toy Story 2 was the first one
Toy
I
Story
watched.
1 was the first one I ever watched. That was goated.
Still,
I mean-
I do think Toy Story 1 is a little overrated. And hear me out. I'm a massive fan of Toy Story. My whole like playroom when I was little, an entire shelf dedicated to Buzz Lightyear. I had about 10 different Buzz Lightyear toys. I
Yeah, that's
wanted
the
Buzz
wrong guy you
Lightyear
should have been
for
dedicating your
Halloween.
thing to, bro.
You
It's
know?
Woody. It's Woody, not
No,
Buzz.
man, it's Buzz all
It's
the
Woody,
way, man.
bro.
Buzz all the
Oh,
way.
God.
Woody,
But I
Woody
don't know,
was.
man. Like,
I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie.
two-
Woody and Buzz both had their issues. They both had their issues.
Exactly.
But they really excelled when they came together. Team
That's what I'm
players.
saying,
Probably.
man.
Dynamic
Team
players.
Oh, that should have been a dynamic duo, bro.
I did have them on my list. I did have
I
them
had
on
him.
my
I
list
had
from
him on my
last
list. I
week.
just
I
didn't
had
put
them
him
on my
up.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
This
so
is tough
Cars
though.
3.
I do think this is tough
I think Cars
because
3. Based on
Toy
what
Story
Nish
is
told
way.
me, based on what
Toy Story
dude,
2
Toy
is way
Story
more
1 is
iconic.
way better than Toy Story 2.
Are we- if
I
it
do not
is-
like Toy Story.
I think
2.
Cars 3 is a better overall story.
Yeah.
And also
know?
looking at Cars 3 in relation to the rest of the Cars movies, it's such a like poetic. Lightning needed
Nostalgic.
help.
It's every yeah.
Lightning
It's not
needed help.
nostalgic,
Doc
really,
was
'cause it
there
came
for
out
No,
him.
it
when we
is.
were older.
No. It's nostalgic because they bring back Doc up.
Yeah,
according to
yeah,
Nish.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
Yeah,
No,
and you
it,
have
it was very good.
the scene
Yeah.
where he goes back and he meets Doc's
It's so
old
sad,
friend,
Yeah.
and he finds out that Doc wasn't upset about leaving racing.
All right, chill.
He was happy.
I haven't watched
All right,
it.
I'm sorry, I don't want to
Dude,
spoil
No,
anything.
don't spoil too much.
The way they mirror
Uh,
Lightning and Doc, man, it's so sad.
yo.
It's got to be Cars.
Once you see
Honestly-
Lightning's new paint job, you will actually die,
bro. I'm not gonna lie here, Nish. If it comes down to Cars 3 or Cars, it's gonna be tough. I'm just being honest. I think
don't
it's a lot
know.
tougher than
Hey.
than we're thinking.
Hey, we'll keep going. We'll keep going.
Cars 3 moves on.
I like that pick.
Oh,
Oh, three.
Toy
Three.
Story? I'm
What?
taking 3.
Dude,
I'm taking
three?
Nah,
Three
bro.
One
is
is
the
overrated as
pick.
fuck, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
What the fuck,
Okay, Prem,
Bro.
tell me what happens in Toy Story 1.
bro? That's the OG.
Tell me what
talking
happens in
about?
Toy Story 1. Tell me what
Tell
happens.
me what happened to Toy Story 3, bro.
Toy Story 3,
Oh, I know.
Andy's moving away, and so he gives his toys back to this little
Lotso?
shelter place,
Lotso?
and he meets Lotso. Lotso at this kid's playground area.
Wait, hold up.
runs
You're
this
cutting
whole-
out. Can you repeat that?
Man, I'm out of Georgia Tech, man. I should have good Wi-Fi now. Nah,
no, it
so-
was my fault. That was
I
my
think it's,
fault.
I think it's
Oh,
him,
okay.
yeah.
So Toy Story 3, right? Andy's all grown up, and he has to give away his toys. So the toys go to this little what do you call it, nursery kind of area for
Yeah.
all kids can come and play with them, but the kids kind of abuse them. They're like throwing them around,
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
all
I
mean
remember
and
that.
aggressive with them. And then Lotso's there. Lotso is this giant purple bear who smells like strawberries. Amazing villain. You don't see it coming, man. He
Amazing.
deceives everybody. Thinks he's this great guy who's helping the toys find a better life, but then he turns out he's some villain, man. And all of the toys,
You don't know until
work
it's
with
too late,
Lotso.
dude.
it's too late.
Bro, Toy Story 1 started a franchise. Toy Story 3 would not be where it is without Toy Story 1.
Dude,
Toy
That doesn't
Story 1
matter.
was-
That doesn't matter.
No, but
Cars-
listen, but listen. Monsters Inc. might have been good, but Monsters University was way better. That's not the case with this.
I
No,
think
I
Toy
think it
Story 3
is.
better.
I think it is.
Toy Story
The
3 is
same
better.
level as
Dude.
Toy Story 3.
Dude, I don't
except-
feel
let
that
me tell
kind
you,
of
let
It
me
might
tell
be
you.
marginally
ambitiousness
better,
as
but the
when
fact
as when
is
they're
Toy Story
on.
1 created Toy Story 3.
That's
I
true, but
don't
you can't.
care.
But
The
then
prominence, the originality of it.
Every sequel would lose by that logic, and I don't think that's
No, it
right.
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Because for example, Monsters University, Monsters Inc. was good, but there was a wide gap between Monsters University and Monsters Inc. For Toy Story and Toy Story 3, there's not that big of a gap. It
I
might
think
be
there
there's a
is.
bigger
I think-
difference. I think there's a bigger difference.
Let me say one thing.
What?
Toy Story 3, you don't know it until it's too late. You don't know until you become trash. And you won't understand that, Prem. You might not understand it. You might not get it in your soul. But until you become trash, you don't see it coming.
Until you do that landscaping work like me and Nish, man, you don't know what's up, man.
Yeah, come on. I don't know. I think I have to stick with Toy Story
think it's
3.
got to be 3, bro.
Three.
The amount of like bro, when they're on that like burning fire, like
Yeah, the
thing.
trash chute.
Oh my god. Dude,
It's
Lotso was
so
such a
like,
good
dude,
and Lotso was so ominous, man. Like so casually
you
walking,
never
so
see it
slow.
coming.
Bro's like Gus, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
All right. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
2 against 1, it's fine. I mean,
I
I've
think it's
watched all
gotta be-
3. I think it's good. They're all
I think
pretty
Toy
good.
Story 3 has legs to go far
think-
here, man.
I
I'm
think-
not
I
lying.
think so, too.
All right. If
I
you want,
think
if
so,
you want to
too.
think long term, then yeah.
I think it's got to be that.
Cars easy.
All right,
That's not
Cars.
even a-
Said it.
It's an
I
easy
love-
Cars. It's an easy Cars.
There's no discussion, bro. There's
But
no-
I just
I
want.
will
I just
say-
want to give Inside Out its props.
Okay.
This is probably the most relatable Pixar movie
Yeah.
ever made. The most the best coming of age
Yeah.
movie they've made.
Yep.
I don't think
Yeah.
they've done
Oh,
anything
I
as
disagree.
like,
I disagree.
impactful and meaningful as this one.
I disagree. I think Soul and Inside Out were very similar movies in
Mm.
some ways. I think Soul was better.
I did
I-
not watch Soul, but I've heard it's very good.
It's a very good movie, and I think I've watched every Pixar movie so far, and I would honestly put Soul in one of my top movies as like an adult or as like
Really?
someone who's a lot older. As a kid, yeah, and Cars is Cars is unbeatable for me, of course.
I think it has to be Cars. I love
Yes,
Cars so
Cars.
much. I think it's probably one of my favorite movies
it
ever.
is.
But
And Inside Out gets
amazing movie.
Amazing movie.
This is the most meaningful of the movies here. I'll say.
on the
Most
list.
relatable, most meaningful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
But it's got to be Cars.
It has to be.
All right.
It has to be.
We'll move on to the semifinals here.
Oh, these are 2 sequels or 3quels or whatever you want to call it.
Prequel
They're
and
both prequel. Yeah,
this
prequel and
is tough.
wow.
Oh God, bro, this is really hard.
Here's the thing. If you put me in a room and told me to watch both movies and I watched them fully through, I'd probably
I'd
know
probably
my
say Monsters
answer.
University.
But I don't
I'd
know my
probably
answer
put
right
Monsters-
now. I will say I don't
I'll put-
know
I'll
my
put
answer.
Monsters University
that's
for
so
2 reasons.
tough.
I'll put Monsters University for 2 reasons. One, we got to think about where we are right now in life. We're all in college, okay? Everyone goes through college. Like we were talking about before, it's a lot more relatable than Cars 3. I understand the plot, Nish. I understand what you're telling me about Cars 3.
See, the
But
thing is,
Monsters
Prem hasn't
University-
seen it, so you don't have a full picture of it.
I
don't
don't,
have-
but I don't. But Nish, based on what Nish is, I'm just going off of what Nish is telling me, okay?
Yeah,
Not basically. But Monsters University, one, I watched it on my birthday. One of the best movies. The amount of emotion and feeling I got out of that, there's true life lessons to be learned from that. And number 3, everyone goes through college. It will impact a lot more people, a lot more children in their life than Cars 3 will. And I think because of that, it's become more iconic and it's going through in my
I feel that, but
I will-
Cars 3 plays off
here,
nostalgia
I think-
so much better than Monsters U does. And it actually tugs at your heartstrings,
Here's
man. When
one
you see
point
Doc
which I think
die and
might
like,
help.
the lineups, like
I think one point that I think will help me decide once I talk it through with you, Ari, is this. Monsters Inc. end to end, on average, scene by scene, is a better movie. But
Okay.
Cars, and there's one or two really good scenes in
Monsters Inc. or Monsters
sorry,
U?
University. Sorry,
Oh,
University.
okay.
There's one or two scenes in there, I think near the end, which are really good in Monsters University. But Cars 3, there's like a good 3-4 scenes which are just peak level cinema. When Lightning goes into that barn and he hears a story about Doc and he sees those
That's
pictures
so
and you get those
sick,
like
man.
flashbacks, it's a different level of heightened like
But those are a
feeling.
few scenes, bro. Those are a few scenes.
No, but the emotion that brings out is you get
It's
more
like-
emotion.
this is
out of
like
Ari,
Monsters
what's
Inc.
the
than
first thing you
anything in
said?
Monsters U.
This thing is about overall best movie.
yeah,
overall
Best movie,
best movie.
emotion is
yeah, but
huge when you're
it's the
talking about
scenes are
movies.
still
but-
within the
no, but-
movie.
I'm not
Nish,
talking about-
you're,
I'm not
Nish,
talking about
you're the one.
buys
Nish,
from
you're the one who
iconic
said.
or
Nish,
something.
you're the one who said end to end. Monster University is a better movie.
I don't think
No,
it is.
no,
though.
no, no,
I don't
not
agree
like
with
that. Not like that.
He's saying,
end
like-
to end, meaning overall, it's average scene, like scene to scene. On average, it's a little bit more exciting and more fun.
Meaning it's
But-
less
Yeah.
progression, just constantly like decent.
Just
Constantly
constantly
like
enjoy
What would you
it.
give? What would you give a grade to each of them? You can only give
They'd
one
be,
A.
they'd be on the same. They'd be on the same
You can't-
letter grade.
if you were to give
See,
one A
in my
plus or
mind,
one A.
Prem. I'm just saying, I genuinely think Cars 3 could rival the original Cars, which is saying something.
I
If you
agree.
take away the
Honestly,
nostalgia,
think
from
so?
the ori-
You
if
think
you take
so?
away the nostalgia from the original Cars, Cars 3 completely wraps up the franchise perfectly. Any movie that can wrap up a franchise so well, in my opinion, has to go far.
All right,
the fact that this
then that's
movie
fine. That's what
pushes
you're
it
saying, bro.
this
I agree.
I mean, it goes up to Nish, because
Ari?
now it's tied 1-1.
No, I think I have to agree. As I was saying before, like again, Monsters University, scene by scene, a little bit better, just because there's less progression. But Cars 3 is a beautiful movie, and when you see those like great, well scripted scenes, it's
Yeah.
that's it.
It's
you
too
have to go
good.
with Cars 3. It'll
And
hit
I
you in
gotta
the
say, Cars
feels
3
way more.
exactly.
Dude,
And we don't
low-key,
even.
I might
we don't-
watch it tonight. I might watch it
Yeah,
tonight.
Dude,
bro.
go watch
Yo, we
it,
should
go
watch
watch
it all
it.
together. Watch it all together. Watch it all together.
Oh,
man.
famous chili watch session.
Famous Chili watched along with
I'm
Cars
so
3.
down.
Alright.
I'm so down.
So
Dude, but
Cars
I'm just saying
3
also, Cars 3 doesn't even play off nostalgia for us. Besides the old Cars movies, because this
Yeah.
came out when we were already grown up. You know,
Yeah,
Monsters U, we were
exactly.
still young.
All right.
I think it's
Yeah.
gotta be Cars
So
3, man.
what is the next Cars?
Oh, why is the
This is
Eastern Conference
tough.
cracked?
This is tough.
The Eastern
Cars.
Conference is
The
actually
Eastern
too
Conference
cracked.
is crazy.
Cars and 7, bro. Cars and 7.
Oh, Cars is so much more because this is the third Toy Story
Here,
movie.
this is the thing. I will say this is where it comes into play where I might have to choose best movie overall. Cars.
No, but bro, nope, you can't do that because you have to be consistent. You got to be consistent with your
Yeah,
decision.
best movie
Prem,
overall,
We,
best
we
movie
are
overall.
choosing best movie overall.
Here's the thing. If you put me like a niche that has never watched any Pixar movie, never had feelings for Pixar movies.
Yeah,
And you
have to
said
be
which of these
Cars.
two movies is better?
It's Cars. It's
No,
Cars,
but
100%.
that you can't. By that perspective, every sequel would never advance by that logic.
But it's
you
not
would
even
have to have
about
seen
that.
the-
No,
that's
but
the point.
Cars is
you have to
Cars-
take into account the previous movies because if the ending
That's
wraps
fine. No,
everything
no,
up well,
no, but
that's
Ari,
everything.
Ari,
Endgame
Cars- Ari,
Endgame
Ari,
as a
Cars-
standalone movie
bro.
is nothing
Cars
crazy
has
special, but
Cars
it ends the
with
whole Marvel
franchise.
universe.
Cars with franchise is one of the best franchises, and it all started with this
It
movie.
is.
Number one, number two. I think it's one of the highest grossing Pixar movies,
That's true.
if I'm not wrong.
Cars
So-
is so iconic.
It has to be. I don't even think there's a debate here, bro. We
It
have
is-
to give.
I don't.
We have to give Toy Story 3 its props, but you know what I mean.
It is a very good movie. I do agree that Cars.
You have to
has
look at
go
my look at my
advance.
back. Look at my
Yeah.
background, dude. Look at my
It
background.
has to be Cars. I think it has to be Cars. Damn,
Yo, Prem.
crazy,
I know. I saw that.
I think it has to be Cars.
dude. I
I'm
think it
gonna
has
go
to
with
be Cars. It's crazy to me though that it was even like that close to my mind because, when I was coming in, I thought Cars would win easy.
Oh,
Look,
same.
once they're next to each other and I start remembering how
Yeah.
good Toy Story 3
Dude,
was,
Here's the thing.
I take out
if
my
it wasn't for the
bias,
villain,
'cause, like
if it wasn't for the villain, Cars would win. But the villain is what puts it in contention. The villain is what
Okay.
puts it in
I don't
contention, and
think
Cars still
Cars
wins.
has that great of a villain. That's the problem.
I mean, the villain is himself.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But
But I
it's
think
not
that
even
if anything
about
that adds
bro.
to it, if anything that
That
adds to it,
adds.
it's
But
it's really
the-
like an internal struggle, you know.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All
But
right,
I
I
think
like
it
it.
still
So we
takes.
got
it
Cars.
takes.
Going up.
What's next?
This
Oh.
is huge. I don't think anybody would have seen this having a debate. I think anybody who sees this will think we're idiots for even considering this because Cars is so much more iconic. But I'm
But
telling you,
dude,
Cars 3
this
has
is a
something so
great
special
movie.
about it.
Bro, I
This is
need
like-
to watch this
this
movie
is-
because I
this
think
is
you
like-
guys were exaggerating, low.
No,
I
I
don't know,
I'm
bro.
telling you, it's so good, bro. It's like comparing Infinity War to Endgame. I'm telling you, it's literally like that.
Really?
One
Okay,
of
but
them-
Infinity War was better, bro. Infinity War was better.
but because of how good Endgame
Okay, yeah,
wraps
that's
up
fair, that's fair, that's
everything,
fair, that's
And no,
it makes
Endgame
it so
wraps
much
it up
better.
perfectly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I'm
Ari.
saying.
That's a good
Cars
comparison.
3 wraps up. It's a full circle. Lightning is
But
ignorant at the beginning. He doesn't want to change, and then by the end of the whole Cars franchise, he becomes Doc. Like after
Yeah.
he replaces Doc after Doc's death, he goes through the same thing of being outplaced by the faster, younger cars. He relives that whole story. Him at first blaming Doc for not
I still
continuing
think
with racing until his injury. And
I
then
still
he has
think
the same
Cars,
thing.
with its overall influence and its overall exposure, its overall iconicism, however you say that word, I think it's on top. I genuinely think so. I think that Cars itself revolutionized not only the Cars franchise but Disney Pixar as a whole.
It
Like,
did.
it's-
It did.
It did.
Cars 3, this is where I put the distinction. Cars 3, okay, I haven't watched it, but based on what you guys are saying, Cars 3 has had a perfect ending to Cars, has impacted the Cars franchise in a huge, insurmountable way. But Cars, the original movie, has changed movies, has
It
changed
has. It
Pixar
has.
in a way that Cars 3 would never will. Which is why I think Cars.
It does, and but I think this is so. Cars is undoubtedly more iconic, but I still think as a straight storyline, Cars 3 is so perfect.
It
You know,
really
and Cars is also perfect. We're really splitting hairs here.
No, I think it's Cars. It
Prem's
has to
going
be.
Cars. He hasn't seen Cars 3. I think I gotta go with Cars 3. I'm going Cars 3.
Nish,
Damn,
stop.
Ari, you
Nish,
left
it's
it on
on you.
me.
It's
Nish,
on you.
bro,
Here.
Stop.
How about this?
Nish is the
I'm gonna
Cars super
check-
fan. It's gotta go on you.
Don't you dare say Cars 3.
Because
That's
I'm good with
blasphemous.
either of these.
That's blasphemous, bro. Cars is easily, bro. You can't even debate that.
Watch Cars 3 and come back to us, man.
Bro, I
You're
will.
gonna watch
but
Cars 3 and you're gonna text us tonight if you do end up watching it tonight. If we don't do a watch party, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, that's a good movie."
So
However,
good.
Ari, as good as Cars 3 was, there's something about Cars.
Cars.
There is.
It's
I completely
Cars,
understand.
bro.
I completely
Here's the thing.
understand.
I would not get.
Cars, bro.
If these two movies were standalone movies and were not related to each other in any way, Cars 3, I think, might objectively be slightly better, but they're related to each other, and you can't deny that fact.
How did the franchise go from Cars to bullshit Cars 2
Cars
to
2
insane Cars?
Yeah, okay. We're not even talking about
2
Cars 2.
stands
Forget
in
about
the
that.
way. Cars 2 stands in the way from this being the best movie trilogy of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Best
Yeah,
movie.
probably.
You know what? You know what
sure.
takes the cake now? Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
Me and my
I have
friends back at school did a full Kung Fu Panda watch through. Each week we watched one of them. We're obsessed with it. And you know what I just found out? Kung Fu Panda,
Kung Fu
4
Panda
coming
4.
out next March.
Let's
No
go.
way.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
serious?
I just don't want them to
Damn.
ruin the
Panda
franchise.
4.
I really just don't want them to ruin the
Because they
franchise.
did it so well.
They did
Have you
really
seen the
well.
plot? Like what it's about?
Yeah, I got a small sneak peek, but I don't want to like.
Yeah, it's like Poe trying
No
to
more-
find his
yeah.
replacement. That's the synopsis. that
Yeah,
they
he's
gave.
like
What?
finishing off
I
his
found-
cycle as a dragon
and the
warrior.
villain brings back the spirits of his old villain. So we're gonna see Tai Lung come back.
Yeah.
Bro, Tai
Yeah.
Lung.
The only
Bro,
one I need to watch is Kung Fu Panda 3. I haven't
You
watched
didn't
that.
watch 3?
I have to watch 3, Cars 3, Kung Fu Panda 3.
Bro,
I've
both of
Go
these
watch all the
franchises-
threes. Go watch Toy Story 3. Go watch all the
threes.
threes, bro.
Bro, I'm
I've
telling
watched
you,
Toy
if you-
Story 3. I've watched Toy Story.
Watching
yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 2 when you're older, you
Bro,
realize
it's
how
such
like how many historical references.
No,
there
I know.
are.
I know. There
It's
are.
literally
is.
it's literally like World War II. I'm just
Well,
saying.
okay,
Yeah, I
here.
know.
If you think
I-
about it, right?
I've
Yeah.
watched
It's
it.
literally
Yeah,
World War
Kung Fu
II.
Panda 2 is. I think Kung Fu Panda 2 is better than Kung Fu Panda 1.
Oh, it's the best Kung Fu Panda.
No.
Two is the best.
Kung Fu
Two is-
Panda
two
2
is
is
the
the
best.
worst.
Two is the best.
What?
Two is the
Two
best
is the
one.
worst.
Who's the best one?
Okay, wait. All right, wait. Let's. Okay.
Let's
wait.
finish this up and then we can
Yeah,
discuss this maybe at a different
Wait,
time.
Was Kung Fu Panda Disney or no?
No,
it's
it's
DreamWorks.
It's DreamWorks. Yeah,
DreamWorks
Okay.
is really good.
that's
yeah.
like
Alright, so
Shrek, Kung Fu
Cars,
Panda.
Cars,
Yeah,
right?
Cars. I'm gonna go with Cars. I'm
Cars.
sorry.
Oh
I think it's
my
Cars.
God.
I think it's
Cars.
Cars.
I think
Like
it's Cars.
But the
I
thing
think
is,
it's Cars.
if Cars did not get the finishing touches that Cars 3 put on it, would you then? I know
It's not about the trilogy. It's not
I know,
about the
I
trilogy.
know it's not. I know it's
one
not. I'm just asking a separate question. This is just completely just separate. Do you guys think Cars would be Up if it's just standalone? You don't take into account its franchise. Because think about Up. It's not
Yeah.
even a franchise, and look at how iconic it is. Nothing is as emotional as a Pixar movie, honestly, as Up.
Here's what I'll say. If I were to
think
watch
Cars in
Up
6.
and Cars, I'm gonna cry when I watch Up, but I'm gonna be yelling my ass
Yeah.
off when I'm
Yeah.
watching Cars. I'm gonna be
I agree.
so hyped.
I
I think
agree.
it has to be
Dude,
Cars.
when
Has to be
I forgot
Cars.
the green guy's name, but when he's pushing him, or not the green guy, the blue guy, when he's pushing him to the finish line, that
bro.
was insane.
Danica,
Yeah.
man, Danica.
Donica, yeah.
No.
Whatever.
Bro said Danica.
Django.
Danica
Whatever,
Patrick,
bro.
man. Think racing.
Cars.
Gotta be Cars, and that's the winner.
Cars is a
King.
champion, bro.
We get Cars as the winner. Cars won this whole bracket.
This was
Honestly, I'm
fun.
not
This was
surprised.
good.
Not surprised, but I will say
that was my number one pick from the beginning. I
Yeah,
knew
my
Cars
number
was
one
gonna
pick.
win.
Same.
But
That
I
was
will
my
say
number
one
one.
thing. I want to finish this off. I want to finish this bracket off on a few words about Pixar in general and Disney.
Yeah.
Great movies. It's undeniably some of the best childhood content we've watched. And
Yeah.
on top of that, undeniably some of the best content you can continue to watch through
Yeah.
like growing up.
Dude,
Like
the best content is one that's ageless. You look at Friends,
Exactly.
you can watch that in any period. You look at Pixar movies, I know Ari would not think of that, but Office, you could watch that in any period. These movies, like Nish was saying, like Cars, you can watch it when you're 50 years old and you still feel the same emotions you feel when you're young.
There's something about Pixar.
Yeah, something
dude.
about
There's
Pixar,
something.
it's because of how Pixar relates to your life so much. And you know what?
Hey,
I think that brings us right to what Prem wants to talk about, man.
Dude,
So many
Okay.
life lessons to learn.
so many life lessons. Bro, I kind of had an epiphany the other day, bro. Okay. So me and one of my friends were talking about this, and we were talking about how, you know, the way the trajectory in which life is going is kind of like alarming in my opinion, right? So like Nish, let me ask you a question, right? Nish,
I think I know where this is going. Wait,
What-
can I
how
guess
do
where
you-
it's going?
what?
How fast freshman year went?
You could not be further from what I was about to
really? Okay.
How
that
slow
was
freshman
so
year
up. That was so
Really
off. It's not even
interesting.
funght Yeah. Okay.
Wait, because that's
So
like a lot of what I've been talking about. Okay, continue.
Yeah,
no,
it is
but
very fast.
so
Yeah.
when you think of like when you think of success, what do you think of, Nish?
Dude,
Like you
I
being
don't know.
successful?
I
Okay.
don't know. That's the thing.
I don't
That's
know
the
about you, but
thing.
most people think about work, right? I want
Yeah,
to
of
reach
course, of
this
course.
position, or like I want to make this amount of money. Yeah.
Are you
Say.
speaking
But
facts?
like,
Yeah, of
but
course.
like, bro, isn't that kind of fucked up that all we think about in life is work and not our personal life, right? Like, not many people will be like, my definition of success is like having a family or like having children or whatever it might be, right? Having a good, stable life, all that type of stuff. And number two, as much as like technology is progressing, life is like changing rapidly, and competition is increasingly growing. People in like first or second grade are like doing coding classes or are like doing all this stuff that like typical children do not do. And Ari brought up a good point before we started this podcast, which was if they're interested in it by themselves, more power to them, right? If they want to do it by themselves, but because of this increasing competition, a lot of parents are scared that their kids are going to their kids are going to fall behind, and because of that, they're forcing them to do things that they don't like, or first forcing them to grow up at a higher rate than they should be.
That's
And
where
I
the
think
problem
Here's
is.
yeah,
here's the thing though. Forgetting about all of that, right? We're at a point where our parents aren't dictating every single one of our actions anymore, right?
Yeah.
They might be giving us advice whenever we ask them for it, but they're not dictating our actions anymore. Yet we still chase the same things. We're still chasing that idea of success. And even though I
Yeah.
answered, I don't know what I think of success, it's because of that question. It's because like, success is generally defined as like, getting the money, getting the bag, having a nice job and whatnot. But like sometimes I'm just like, why, if I'm gonna die anyways, why does it matter? I'll die with like $0 in my bank account, and it's not gonna change if I die with $100 in my bank account. That money's not going anywhere. So sometimes I do think of it the same way, but like you also have to look at the fact that like money rules the world. Like it runs the world,
Yep.
it rules the world. Everything that you do in life is dictated by money. And so like at the end of the day, I know I think we've talked about this before, but there's like an upper limit to how much money you'll really need in
Yep.
life. Once you're past a few million,
yeah,
you're
You don't need
really
it,
not
yeah.
significantly changing your like from a
Happiness,
few
yeah.
million to like hundreds of million, you're gonna be in the same
Mhm.
range. And then once you get past that, then you reach like this
Yeah.
weird level of like
Decreasing marginal returns, man. Yeah.
then once you pass
Bro,
that, then you're in like
economics
this weird
into this,
billionaire
that's why.
status. Once you're in your billionaire status, it's a different realm. You're not living life as a human. You're like actually weird. But
No, because a lot of billionaires are not like happy with their lives, and it's very understandably so, because they are too consumed by their work that they don't have anyone to share it with, right?
yeah,
And they also don't know who's valuing them for them rather than their money,
Their
right?
money.
Like when you're billionaires, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I'm in your inner circle, I want to be with you, but they don't know if it's because of their personality of who they are, or if it's because of the money they have, right?
I mean,
think at the
yeah,
end of the day,
Nish brought it up though, and Wu-Tang Clan said it best, man. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills, yo, man. I'm telling you, that's one of the most sampled
Yeah,
and
we
most
got-
iconic lyrics in
Yeah.
all of music, and it's for a reason, man.
I think at the end of the
as much
day,
as it sucks that that's the truth, but like, I think in order to have that basic, like Nish said, after a certain point, it doesn't really add anything, and I think keep chasing it past that point isn't good. But in order to have those other things like a happy life, good family, and shit like that, like you need the money, man. Like it lays the foundation you kind of need,
yeah, unless you're living on like a self-reliant farm where you can live your life without the need of, external like help from like the rest of, society.
But
Which
that's not really that's
in
kinda
modern
not
day, it's
possible
much
anymore,
more
yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
Modern day, it's a lot more difficult, especially in a country like America where everything has kind of been modernized.
Yep.
Being self-sufficient is much more difficult. And so unless you are actually going out of your way to live a life where you're able to be self-sufficient and you're creating a system in which like, you're able to rely only on yourself for survival, then you have to chase that money for at least to some extent. And then to that extent, it's how much do you want to live in life? You can get by, I'm sure, with like you could get by with under 100K a year and you'll, still like be living successfully and you'll still have a family, whatnot. And then it just depends how far do you want to go? But then you eventually still have to draw that line. After a certain point, work is only so important. You still need that like, relationships and family. And I don't know. That was kind of what.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's kind of what like my thing was this summer. As I talked about before, I was looking to get a synchrony internship. Actually, I didn't say it on the podcast, but I told you guys about it. I was looking for a synchrony internship, but I ended up getting research at the National Supercomputing Applications thing here. And so I'm doing
Dude,
an
that's
internship.
sick.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun,
great,
but it's
man.
not the same as like getting a corporate job with like synchrony or a corporate internship with synchrony. So I'm still gonna really enjoy what I'm doing this summer, and it's really cool because I'm working on like machine learning and geospatial analysis to help create a metric for humanitarian crisis in Lebanon. But yeah, so it's like things that I'm gonna feel rewarding about. So, but I'm gonna be at home, which is the one benefit of it. And so,
Oh, nice. That's cool.
yeah. So being at home and being in Jersey, I'm gonna try to like, I've thought about this so much. And if I was in Champaign, I would fully be putting my mind on that like grind and like working where I need to work. And then outside of that, just working on like, projects and whatnot. But now that I'm at home, I'm really gonna try to like bounce it because this could be my last summer,
Yeah.
in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows?
that's
Like,
what I was thinking.
until
That
until
was
I
the exact
graduate.
same
Like,
mindset I had. Yeah.
after this, I don't know. I might be in Chicago for an internship. I might be in Champaign for an internship. I might be overseas. Like,
Yeah.
you really don't know where life's gonna take
Yeah.
you if you're like looking for
Bro
that
left.
success. So
Bro
Yeah.
left. US.
I
bro.
mean, hey, that's the thing though. So like this summer, kind of my goal is to like, focus on working whenever I can. And then the moment I have an opportunity to enjoy with family, friends,
100%.
I'm
bro.
gonna
Yeah.
take it. I'm gonna take it for sure.
That was my attitude kind of second semester
Going into college.
Because
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
no, not really going into I had that
Going
mindset.
into
Oh, that
college,
was
you gotta
for,
go.
for me. That was mine.
No,
going
no,
into
I
college.
had that mindset going in because I didn't want to like repeat high school going in. But then first semester, it's so easy to fall back into that trap of that, And first semester, I kind of did that. Second semester, like first semester, I was just always like at the library working on something. I would literally like find something for myself to do just so I can keep working on stuff. Then second semester, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I literally barely saw my friends during first semester, besides like going out to eat or whatever at like dining halls. So first semester, I was like, okay, after this class, man, I'm just coming back. I'm chilling. I'm gonna see my friends actually do shit. So you have to find that balance,
Yeah.
Yeah, and in college, it's fully dependent on how much time you put in with your friends. In
Yeah.
high school, like, you put in your time with them in school regardless. You're in the same classes with them. You're in lunch and you're in gym with them. We don't have lunch and gym like that in college where you just see your friends all the time. Yeah, we have
It's
the dining
it's
hall,
very independent now.
but yeah, it's a lot more independent. So I know, I think that's like a great like balance that you got to find. I often like, I
And
think everyone has
that's-
to kind of balance it out.
And that's kind of where like this whole like competition thing comes into play because like we do this stuff because like now its whole mindset is like you got to outwork the person next to you in order to be successful. Where in that like whole toxic culture kind of comes into play. In some instances, it's good because you get that ambition, you get that drive, but in most instances, it's like, no, bro, you're not gonna end up having friends that like. There's no point in having success unless you have someone to share it with, right? Whether that's your
Completely
friends,
agree.
a significant other, something like that. And I feel like that's kind of a good way to end off because it's like
Yeah.
that will kind of carry forward into kind of what we do in the future, and hopefully some of our viewers will
Yeah.
also take that.
I just want to say before you wrap it up, man, J. Cole said the same thing, man. Middle child.
Bro.
What's good is first class if my boys can't sit, man. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Well,
Ari's the rap savant right here, bro.
Off that rap savant, kind of somewhat depressing, but also like insightful topic. We go into famous five for this
Let's
week.
hear this, bro. I'm
Hey,
excited.
new
I'm
famous
excited.
five.
Let's get famous five going. Best
Oh,
Avatar: The Last Airbender
Yes,
characters.
yes.
I'm gonna love this.
Go.
If
Let's
he was
go.
here, I'm sure you would enjoy it a little
All
bit
right,
more.
bro. Let's
But
go.
at least this week.
And
Ari,
please,
you said
wait,
you've watched.
Nish. Wait, real quick. Nish.
I've watched a little bit.
Okay, good. So
Nish, real quick. Before you start, can I just say, if this is some generic ass shit, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bro. If this
So
is
wait,
some
are you not
generic-
including? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no,
it
like
is
it's
low-key
fine
a
if you
little
include, bro. If
But
it's,
wait,
if
no,
it's
no,
like,
but okay, continue. Wait, continue.
no, like me and you know too much about Avatar for you to put like Aang as number one, bro.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not Aang is number one.
Okay,
Aang,
good.
I think, is lower than most would expect, but
Okay,
I'll
good,
explain everything. I'll
Okay,
explain
good.
Is this
all of
only
it.
Atla, or is it going to include like Legends?
No,
of
it's
Korra
only
or
Atla.
something?
Maybe
Okay,
the,
okay.
maybe
Atla,
future
okay.
maybe a future five will be like others, but for the
Okay.
famous five for this week, for our number 5 pick, it's a tie, and I really
Bro,
cannot pick between the
what?
two.
Okay,
So it's, I guess, famous 6, but
Okay,
famous
okay.
5,
honorable.
Toph and Sokka. And I
You
will
put Sokka that low?
believe it
You
or
put-
not, yeah.
you put
okay.
Sokka that high.
There's I think Sokka's a very split character. A lot of people love him and a lot of people don't like him. Ashrika, for example, who I got watching Avatar like at the end of last semester or beginning of this semester, she loves Sokka. Sokka's her favorite character out of all of them. And then for me, Sokka's not that big of a guy. So I had to put Sokka at number 5 because he's an admirable character. He's a good arc. He goes from being like this kind of goofy character to having these really important moments where you see his like inner like man come out. He's like kind of the definition of like learning how to be a man. Him and another character who's later on my list. But these two are great characters. Toph, on the other hand, great comedic timing like Sokka, but she's also kind of showing that like, you know, she objectively she should be one of the weakest characters. She's blind and an earthbender. She really should not be able to do much, but somehow she gets past that. One of the greatest earthbenders of all time, learns how to metal bend, creates a metal bending academy, teaches the world how to metal bend. And she is honestly like, that's why I think she deserves this number 5 spot tied with Sokka.
Yeah, I never heard of Toph before. I never saw her. I never got up to her in the show. Damn, that sounds good.
Well, yeah, she's a great
She's
character.
actually insane, bro.
She's one of the, honestly, one of the strongest characters in Avatar. Her and Sokka both, when they get into Legend of Korra, become very important figures in the world. So it's kind of like,
do they marry each other?
I know, but some people speculate that one of Toph's kids is from Sokka. Yeah, because Toph has 2 children.
Yeah.
Okay, in number 4, we have Aang. Great character.
That's fine with me.
You know, great character arc. 12-year-old kid and has to face the entire world on his own. What more can you say?
It speaks for himself.
It really does speak for himself. He's a great character, but there's just greater characters.
Okay.
I'm just saying Ash did it at 10. I'm just saying, you know.
What?
I'm just saying Ash did it at 10, you know, so he's like 2 years ahead.
I mean.
Oh my God.
It kind of took him like 20 something years to do that.
Hey.
Ash didn't face the Fire Lord, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Number 3, Appa. Appa's a great character. That's why I have an Appa plush in my room. He's a cute, cuddly person. Like he's just a great character, you know?
I was gonna be outraged.
He's strong. He's everything you need. And Prem may disagree, but
next.
If not that, he has to be an honorable mention. Him and Momo.
Yeah, that's fine. Honorable mention is fine.
Him and Momo have to at least go an honorable mention. I prefer him as number 3. That's why I have an Appa plush. But continuing on, number 2. This is where it gets interesting.
I love this. I know who you're gonna have. I know exactly who you're gonna have.
Who do you think I'm gonna have?
Zuko.
Yeah. Zuko.
I knew it. I knew
Zuko
it.
for number 2. Dude, Zuko, other than for my number 1 character, is my favorite character. And these two kind of go hand in hand. We'll talk about it later. But Zuko's a great character. Banished from the Fire Nation. His own father banished him. He learns. He learns how to like become a lovable person again. He learns how to join with the Avatar, who he thought was a villain. He literally villainized the Avatar from his perspective. And by the end of the movie, he realizes his mistakes with the help of another character. And that character, number 1, Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh is my number.
Wow.
Shrika does not agree. But dude, Iroh's wisdom. I think Iroh, even though all of these characters have great arcs, Iroh has a great character arc, better than all of these. And you might not understand it fully yet, Ari. So let me know if you don't want me to spoil it. Or do you care?
I mean, I kind of already know what happens a little bit, but go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it. Though.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Iroh starts off as the leader of the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
He's the Fire Lord at one point. And he tries to take down Ba Sing Se, which is the biggest in the Earth Nation. And eventually what happens is he realizes when he loses his son, Lu Ten, that he can't keep on doing this. And so we see a little moment where he sings Leaves from the Vine, one of the most iconic moments in the entire show. He sings Leaves from the Vine, and you see one tear just go down his cheek.
That was so sad. That was probably one of the saddest moments in any TV show I've watched.
Oh, for sure. And you know what's even crazier? That moment is not just a memory for Iroh's character, but the voice actor for Iroh, which changed halfway through the show because he passed away from cancer. And so that moment is just a beautiful moment of like Iroh's character, one most wisdomed character in all of Avatar. And on top of that, he has a great character arc and he learns to be just a great human being. And he's strong as hell too. He's like on par with some of the strongest characters in the show, part of the White Lotus and everything. So do
you have like a list, like 1, 2, 3, 4?
I do have a fully laid out list, left to right, up to down.
I'm really surprised. I thought you would have put Zuko 1, just from how I've heard you talk about him before, and from what the general consensus
I do love
the
Zuko,
story.
But I love
From what I've heard, his character progression is like unmatched by anything.
It's an unmatched character. The only difference is you don't see Iroh's, but I'm sure if we saw Iroh's, I think his character progression would.
Remember in Korra, when he died and he was in the spirit world.
Yeah,
that was so funny, bro.
Seeing Iroh again in the show, like actually, like
that's probably what. Yeah. Dude. Okay, so
I love this show.
Grades, Ari, what would you give it?
Again, I'm not too informed about this, but I respect the Appa pick. I was gonna revolt if Appa wasn't in here, man.
Hey, Appa's in there.
I think this is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. I think the 5 that are here all deserve to be here. Maybe the ordering would have been a little bit different. I'm gonna give this an A minus again.
A
I'm gonna say
minus. Interesting.
I'm sorry, Nish.
It's
Actually,
okay.
wait. Let's
I
do
know
it
you
out of
might
10. Let's do it
disagree,
out of
Prem.
10.
Hey,
Let's do them out of tens. Out of tens.
out of tens. All right.
Yeah,
We'll
because then we
change
can
that
actually
tens.
get an average of everyone's
Numbers. Yeah, we can get numerical
Yeah.
values. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna give
God.
this. I'm gonna say it's a
Whoa.
6.
6.
What?
Interesting.
That's not an A
That's
minus.
not an A minus.
Okay, yeah, I know. But when it's on the 10 scale, it's different.
No, it's really not. Ari.
What?
Well, I mean, okay, Nish,
You're
then
just too used to getting A's.
everything-
Oh, you're just too
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
getting
I know.
A's.
But like, I'm just saying, then everything would be like 9. Everything would be a 9.
No.
Okay.
I think an A can range, like an A
I'm gonna say
minus
it's a
can
7.
range
I'm
from
gonna say
like.
it's a 7. I'm gonna
You're
say
7.
That's
Okay,
fair,
I'm
that's
gonna
fair.
say. I'm gonna say it's a 6.
Okay.
Easily. So I'll tell you why.
No, but he
okay?
wants it to be low. Like he
Oh, okay.
thinks it's
Yeah, I
actually
had
lower.
it low.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Iros, I think I give you like that's good, right? Like he's definitely not. I think Zuko's 1, like Ari was saying. Zuko's definitely 1. Aang, I'm chilling with 3. That's fine.
Or he's 4.
You can't. He's 4. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can't have a pet in the top 5.
Appa's
That's
no
not-
pet.
Okay,
If
fine.
Appa was a
You can't-
pet,
Fine. But you can't. Appa's definitely a good honorable mention. He can't be in the top 5. I'll tell you
Bro,
why.
look at him, man. He's so cute.
Bro,
well, here's the thing.
Zuko at 1. All right, let me just give you my list because I think your
Yeah.
ordering is a little wrong as well.
Interesting.
Zuko at 1.
Okay.
How do you not mention Katara at 2, bro?
Dude, I never was a fan of Katari like that. I like
What?
thought she was.
Dude,
Really?
her character development is insane.
I thought it was honestly the
losing,
worst character.
From what? From losing
No.
her. From losing. I think Sokka's the worst character development. I don't even. That's another reason. I don't even know why he's tied with Toph. I think it goes Zuko 1, Katara 2, Iroh 3, Toph and Aang, however you want to put 4 or 5. Toph, bro, the amount of influence she put is so much higher than Sokka's. All the stuff you mentioned, bro, Metal Academy, like kind of like growing the whole metal bending like universe in a way. So Sokka just cracks jokes, and yeah, okay, he's a great leader. I respect that, but dude, if he just has a boomerang and a sword, bro, like he led them like lockstep, but bro, like no.
I will.
And then yeah.
Here's my quick refute to that. Sokka created what is now Republic City in Korra, and he's
Did he
just
really?
like, I think he was. Yeah, he's
No,
one of
it
the
was
founders.
Aang. It was Aang and
No, well,
it was
him-
Aang who created it. Aang and Toph created it, bro.
No, I think he was part
Yeah,
of it.
no, go
he
back
was a
to
leader.
Korra.
He was a leader, and
Dude, he might have been the fucking like prime minister or some shit. I don't know, but like the people who created it was Aang and Toph.
maybe I don't know.
Because
We can
Aang
go back and
Zuko,
check. We'll go
Aang and Zuko were the ones who were like, all right, we'll create this.
create
And
this
then
area. Okay,
yeah.
we'll go back and look at this. But regardless, dude, Sokka, like him not having his father. I know Qatar has
Yeah.
the same thing, but Loki, Qatar, I just don't like her. She's just
That's
always
wild, bro.
complaining.
Pretty
That's
She's
sexist,
always got a
yes,
little bit of
man.
like a little bit of a naggy persistence there, and I just don't like that. But at the end of the day,
complain.
complain, man. At the end of the day, this is my list. I think there's a lot of ways this list could go, but I will say really quickly, there's a mistake I made.
What?
I made a mistake. Let me just fix my list up real quick, and I'll share.
So guys, how many seasons of Avatar?
Three.
Are there?
Only
I might just
three.
watch them
Three.
tonight. Oh, three. Oh, I'll
Three.
watch it tonight.
And each episode is like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, I've already like
But
halfway
the
through season one. I'll
finale-
finish it off.
Alright, but like yeah, the
The
finale
finale's
is
a
like,
1 hour, like 4
it's
episodes,
a
but
four.
they're combined into an
That's
hour.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
but like
Only three
Okay,
seasons.
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I just fixed it.
Stop, bro. That
fixed
guy's
it. I'm
so
sorry.
funny, bro.
He's number
Okay,
one.
so-
He replaced my
Yeah, shut the fuck
my
up,
entire
bro.
page. He's number one.
Dude,
the cabbage man.
did I tell you I cardied
He has
down? They had
1,
a
2,
carnival, they
3,
had a
4,
cabbages-
and 5.
They had a cabbages like booth.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy, right?
Yeah.
That was.
I wish.
but I think if you reordered it and took out Appa and put in Qatar, I think you would have had a solid 8, 9, or 10.
Interesting.
But
That's
I
pretty
think-
harsh
that's
for a
respectable,
six, then,
but-
man. That's pretty harsh. I'm
I,
just saying.
also,
No,
I don't think
it
any of
was a
you might
really
know
good-
this. I don't know if
What?
any of you know this, but hold up. Let me real quick.
Appa's too iconic. I feel like, man.
That's his honorable mention, bro.
Yep.
Oh, no way, bro.
This is from Ari might not. I don't know if
Minecraft?
he's seen it. No, I mean it's just a pixel art version
Oh.
of
The Lieutenant's thing,
of
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like Leaves from the Vine scene.
Damn, bro. You got cars in your background and you got this. Damn, bro. You were ready
Yeah.
for this podcast today,
I
bro.
was low key ready for this
Damn.
podcast. Ari, once you watch the show, just let us know.
Dude, let us know, bro. Dude, this all right. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna watch the show this week. I'm gonna watch Cars 3 this week. Okay,
Yeah.
that's our goal.
I'll
then
go back and
we'll
watch
talk-
Ratatouille because I didn't like Ratatouille enough.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and Prem, you're gonna watch all 26 seasons of Pokemon. Yeah.
Fuck no, bro. I've never watched. I
You got 26 years to catch up on.
For 10 years, I did Pokemon trading cards. I think that's enough for me, bro. I did my time with Pokemon. You haven't done your time with Atla, bro. It's your turn now. But
Hey,
all right, guys,
I
this
know.
was a great episode. It's a little bit short, but I think we covered a lot of important.
Oh wait. Before we close this out, we didn't
even talk
address
about Rishi.
Rishi's not here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't even
What
address
the-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
sorry
wait.
guys. Rishi couldn't be here today. He's really swamped with meetings for his frat and also finals coming up for him. It's a
He's
very
a big
busy
frat
time
boy
for
now.
him.
He doesn't have time for podcasts anymore. I don't know,
Hey,
man.
but I will say, hey, do I get permission to drop something real quick?
Go
I think we
ahead.
dropped it. I think we
I-
dropped
no,
it.
but we won't say what. We won't say what. We'll just say something. Something's coming in the next week or two.
Next
that you
week,
guys,
next week.
next week.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I mean, they'll
Most
see it in
likely,
like
most
2 weeks from
likely,
now.
yeah.
They'll see it in
Yeah,
about
yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks. But you guys are gonna
No,
enjoy it.
they'll see it in a week because when we drop
hopefully.
Hopefully. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully.
If everything goes smooth,
If
it should be
everything
1
goes
week
according to
from when this
plan,
comes out.
1 week from now, crazy episode. Maybe
Crazy
the
episode.
wildest
Crazy
episode.
episode.
Is it fair to say wildest episode of
I
James
think
Chill
so,
yet?
man.
I think so. Not only
You're gonna have-
that,
you're gonna have to stay
we're gonna
tuned for that.
have important guests coming this whole summer that you guys should stay
Whole
tuned
summer,
for.
Yeah.
Because
Whole summer.
it's gonna be full of a lot of debate, a lot of fireworks, a lot of funny moments. So stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned.
All right. All right, Nish, you want to close it out?
Hey, again, thank you guys so much for watching, keeping up with our content. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace.
Peace,
Peace.
guys. Thank you.